My name is Byron Howard. I'm one of the two directors of Zootopia. There were many, many other animal films that had been done before, and so we asked ourselves, how are we going to make this one different? And so we did about 1 year of research into what makes animals amazing. We went to Kenya and went on safari for 2 weeks, out in the middle of nowhere among dangerous animals. We discovered there that we were watching a watering hole where animals come to drink during the day, and we saw lions come in right next to a zebra, and lions normally eat zebra, and we thought, well, this is funny because he's not eating the zebra, and it's like everything is peaceful. And we thought, well, predator and prey are kind of like human beings in cities. You know, cities are like watering holes where people come together where they need to survive and to find a place to live, and everyone has to find a way to get along, even though they may not see eye to eye. We had a version of the film where Nick, the fox, was the protagonist. But the problem was, because Nick is a cynic and had grown up in a city that had beaten him down and had mistreated him, the audience didn't like the city very much. And we're gonna flip the whole movie upside down and make Judy the main character. The first version of the movie that I pitched was a spy movie, and the lead character was named Jack Savage. He was a jackrabbit, and he was like a James Bond spy. And I loved the spy idea, but as I pitched it over and over again, all my friends at work and on the Story Trust said, well, the spy thing isn't so interesting, but this idea of an animal city has never been done before, and if you made that the entire movie, think about how amazing that would be. We did talk to many, many experts around the world about animals, because sometimes we have a character and we don't know what animal we're going to use. Mr. Big, who's the gangster, is a good example. And we needed a character who was a mob boss, so he had to be vicious. And so we asked our animal expert, what is the most vicious carnivore in the entire world? And our animal expert said, it is the shrew. And I was surprised because they're so tiny. Little shrews have to eat meat all the time, and they have to eat 3 times their body weight to survive each day. It's horrible, but it's true. Flash is very popular all around the world, and I think it's because everyone in the world can relate to waiting in long lines. Everyone has been very frustrated.
HD03. D03.
But Flash is actually, he's the fastest one at the DMV, which is incredible.
03.
We studied a sloth in Los Angeles named Lola, and Lola is very slow. She only eats like 1 little banana per day, and she sleeps all the time. We did want the movie to be about anthropomorphic animals, which meant, you know, they kind of walk upright and they use cell phones, because these movies are ways for the audience to see themselves in the animals. We really tried to stay true to the scale of animals in our real world, because most other animated films will create a very generic scale. They'll make a mouse kind of bigger and an elephant smaller, so that everyone is kind of on the same scale, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to kind of give ourselves a very tough rule, and it was a pain in the butt, but it was a tough rule, but it made things much more entertaining. The world is so huge that we had to cut so much out of the first movie. We had other districts that we never got to. There was a district called Outback Island, which was an Australian district with kangaroos and koala bears and marsupials. I want to find out what happens with Judy and Nick. I love them together. Some people asked is it romantic, is it not romantic? But they're such good friends. And for Nick, the fact that he was lost and had given up on life and then found someone who he cares about so deeply, I find that very touching. I think that's very sweet. And so I want to see them solve more crimes and have more adventures. I do love animals. I've had many pets over the years. I've had hamsters and snakes and gerbils, and right now I have 3 cats. But I've had dogs as well. The reason there are not cats and dogs in the movie is because we said, in this world, no humans ever existed. And so we thought, well, humans are the ones who bred dogs and cats. And also, we thought the whole movie should just be mammals because it's about predators and prey. And when you get into reptiles and birds and fish, it gets very confusing. So for this movie, we just stuck to mammals. There are so many fun ideas in the movie, and most of them do not come from me. We have a big team of people who all pitch in really fun ideas. Like the recording carrot pen was one of them. With the train with the multiple scale doors, that was something that John Lasseter he loves trains. John Lasseter, our boss, loves trains. He actually owns a small steam engine in his backyard, which is crazy. And he said these public transportation systems, they have to be able to accommodate animals of all sizes. Like if humans came in different sizes, small, medium, and really large, they would have to have different doors. And so we made it a point to have the entire city be very comfortable no matter who you are, no matter what kind of animal you are. There's a place for you.